Sense. How's your spirit? Mine, fantabulous. Y'all see that bright, lovely Tucson sky sun beaming down on me. I don't know where the other sun is, but it's gonna show up in a bit. It's actually not a bad day today, all things being considered. So I'm on my afternoon jaunt to go and get a coffee, and I'm taking you guys with me because, I like to take you on my little journeys. And today has really been a journey in Black womanhood. And so I want to talk about it for a bit. First of all, to you non-Black mothers of Black children, y'all need to get your shit together. If you don't like the father of your child, so you disrespect your child, give your child to that father. Let that Black man raise a Black child. If you don't understand what it is to be a Black person in America because you didn't bother to take the time where you laid down with a Black man, get your ass online and get you some history in your life. If you don't give a damn about your child because you're just a nasty, lazy, disrespectful, uncoordinated bitch, then give your child to someone who's going to raise that Black child to be proud enough to walk this world as a Black woman, because you are not doing a service to your child, yourself, the father, or anybody else. To you so-called super strong sisters out here, let that shit go. You ain't gotta be super strong or he woman for no damn body. Except you. Show up in the world for you. Show up in the world sunshiny, bright, and whole, and make every demon, devil, and cracker have to bow down and bear witness to whom the Lord made you to be. But these days, y'all out here moving in crazy ways. All of you. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you, but you got our babies looking sideways. Snot face, runny nose, don't give a damn, ain't changed clothes. You won't wash your ass, you won't wash their ass. It's a goddamn problem. You are doing a disservice to all of society, because your children will grow up not knowing whom they are, which way to go, or have the discipline to do anything, including survive adulthood. It's a damn problem. I'm not your problem solver, but you're not gonna let my little sisters and brothers show up in the world looking crazy. Hey, Sister Enage, and thinking I ain't got nothing to say about it, and thinking that no one sees it. Because these damn people out here, especially them crackers, are watching every day for a reason to talk shit about you, your child, their father, and every other Black person in the world. Because we're gonna show up as just one being. We're an entire community all unto ourselves. That's the blessing from God and a curse to white men, because they see we can build a community. So if they don't see us standing up big, strong, and bold, defining all of their unconscious biases, then they get concerned. They get concerned that we don't know how to do our jobs according to them. Your only job is to show up in the world and be a beautiful Black goddess, because that's what God fucking made you. Do you understand? Now, when you choose to make a child, you have a responsibility to that little being that comes before a responsibility of your own. Do you know why? Because they don't have any other ally but you. If you don't know how to do right by them because you don't know how to comb their hair, you don't know how to wash and protect their skin, you don't know how to get them out in the sun and let them love this melanin and take it in, let them have this day, then there's something wrong. You need to go find out what it is and fix it immediately, because I got to discipline you and your child in front of a bunch of goddamn white people. I tell you, oh, brother, Jesus, today has been a day. Today has been a day. To you abusive bastards out there, Black, white, or whatever the fuck you are, Male or female, put your hands on somebody else and see what happened out here. Ain't nobody playing with you no more. I refuse. I will not be someone's victim. Never have been, never will be. You put your hands on me because you're a narcissistic piece of shit. And you don't know anything else to be. You put your hands on people because you can't control your life or your destiny, so you think you should control someone else's by pushing them around, forcing them to be something that you cannot even achieve. You know the scariest thing to white folks is when you show up being everything they think that any human being should be. When you won't back down, when you have the confidence and grace to carry yourself respectfully, despite what it is that's happened to you. Good morning, gentlemen. You all have somehow begun to pick up the caucasity of these people, and you need to get your life right. It's not my job to tell you how to be black. By now, you should know how. By now, you should be singing your Negro praises, not them slow singing hymnals and bullshit, but you should be singing how fantastic you are in this world, because you show up in this world. You survived everything that they thought that they were going to put you through. There was a time when our fellas wouldn't make it to 18 or 21. They're making it to 25 motherfuckers. Most of y'all are making it out here to 60-something, and I'm so proud of those gentlemen. They deserve every blessing, because I know what they went through in order to be able to make it to their 60s. By the same token, you know what you went through to make it to your 60s. So why would you put yourself in jeopardy? I don't owe you anything. I don't owe anybody anything. I know what is being said about me, what is believed about me. I am the mother of men. I will lead this motherfucking nation into the next generation. However, everybody can't go. There are only a few who have been chosen by the Most High to make this journey. Some of you will only live long enough to see success of others. Your lives are already starting to come apart, to fail. You're beginning to unravel. Those of you dabbling in craft other than that of the Most High, well, your spells are already coming back on you. Me, I'm gonna go get this coffee, a popsicle, and I'm gonna sit for a spell, because I ain't worried about you. You understand? I've been dealing with this organization, and they haven't come through with the funding that I need to achieve what it is that I need to do to get out of the rescue mission. Now, that's a bother to me, because they came and found me. I didn't go seeking them. They offered me a promotion. I didn't ask for anything from them. Now, when I choose to work with them and give them the things that they need, in return, they give me nothing. Well, that sounds like an abusive relationship, and what we're not going to do is any more of those fucking things. You understand what I'm saying? If you can't figure out how to keep your promises, if you don't know how to keep your word, I don't give a damn what the promise is or to whom it is, then there's a problem with you. You need to work on you and not anybody else. In a place where you would think that people would be focused on nothing but themselves, other than to offer prayer and support. Peer-to-peer support in that place looks like people devouring each other. Thankful for any reason to talk shit about someone else because they cannot figure out how to deal with themselves. That's not okay. Now, I will address the situation when I see it, because that's the person that I am. I don't expect another grown-up to do my dirty work. Now, if I come to you with a problem, I give you a solution, and you choose not to engage that solution, then I'm going to go find the appropriate authority, right? And give them an opportunity to engage the solution or come up with one of their own, at least to have a conversation with you. Now, should those two attempts fail, well then, you had better pray that God gets to you before I do. But recognize, I'm right here, and he got to get down here. You understand? As I told my children, you need to recognize, you need to fear me, fear God, fear the police, fear your friends. In that motherfucking order. Why? Because I'm the closest one to you. And without me, you wouldn't be. I told you again, you got to call on God and the police before I can get my hands on you. I'm always careful where I am, Sim Simmer. What you mean? You mean the people who are always out to get me? They're always out to get me. What am I supposed to do? Live my life worried about some damn fool who can't care about themselves? That ain't my issue. I think you hear the noise on the side of the road. It's just after lunchtime. Cars are going to where they need to go, but I tend to stay safe. Sister Inez, you did something yesterday that I didn't know about. I apologize. I pretty much am online now just when I'm out and about because people are nosy. People don't know how to stay to themselves. And because I do, I've learned, or I mastered self before I ever came here. There are plenty of energy vampires, as they are called, trying to siphon off my joy. And if they can't do that, they continue to try and copy me, to want to be like me, to say and do the things that I do. However, I move differently in my surroundings, i.e., I pour love into everybody that I meet, regardless of ethnicity, regardless of culture, regardless of whatever doctrine it is that you uphold and live by. I like that you are balanced. Okay, and sure they will find a way out of no way. Right. So I am whom I am. I show up in these live streams as the same person that I am when I am walking down the street, when I am pushing positivity. I'm always doing that. My favorite number is 5, but when it comes to the nation of gods and earths and understanding that, then it's the number 8. Build on the positive and destroy all negativity. There's no way in this world that I'm going to consume someone else's negativity while they steal my shine. That ain't gonna happen. Today, I had to communicate the domestic violence situation between Daniel and I. And it brought me to a certain number of tears. Yet it wasn't tears of, there were tears of remembrance, not tears of pain. That man can't do nothing to me, you know what I'm saying? You got a few favorite numbers. But, listen, you seem like a man who can't make a decision on a lot of things, Summer. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you being here. You're being consistent about being here. I appreciate that because you don't have to. But having said that, you do seem to wiggle and wobble just a little bit. You seem uncertain sometimes. So having 3, 4, 5 favorite numbers isn't a surprise. But 5 is my favorite because, power, earth, that's me. The earth is powerful, as am I. We are covered in 3/4 of cloth, as we are filled with 3/4 of water. There are certain things about me that are just consistently me. And that's the point. In order for me to defy people's unconscious biases, I simply show up and be who I am. And I show you that anyone, even toothless me, can change people, can share and pour into people. Ine tells me that I'm an inspiration. It took me a long time to accept that. Because you can't come back from that, right? When you stand in the place of inspiring others, you don't get to be a hypocrite. You don't get to fake it until you make it. You have to be something that they can see and recognize as being inspirational every day. That's complicated in a way, right? Because not everyone can recognize. What do you guys think? Mango, strawberry, sorry, popsicle time. Accepting this thing because you are, in more and more every day, Sister Enache, people are saying that to me, especially here in this place. You never know how you impact people unless they tell you, right? And so many people tell me here. I honestly don't know how to take it. I'm running to deal with it. The woman from the domestic violence clinic today, she was like, I see it in your face. I hear it in the way you speak. I can read it in the way that you write. You are a bright light and inspiration to a lot of people. Hey, Golden Goddess, baby, how's your spirit? The mere fact that you exist and show up for me. Yeah, I wish that more people could um, just show up and be. You don't have to be happy. You don't have to be mad. You can just show up and be that day. You guys know, did I tell you? I won the lottery a second time. So on Sunday, I went out and I bought a scratch-off ticket and I won $1. And then yesterday, I brought that $1 to this store and got another ticket and I won the $1 back again. So, ooh, Father. The beautiful thing is that, yeah, right, yeah. Listen, I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and hit the CashApp because sister got to pay her bill this week and her phone bill. And like I said, the company that I'm working with is getting on my nerves. Yet anyway, I say all that to say the Lord is present. I told you that before. The Lord is present wherever I am. I walk with God every day. If you try to get me to go to the doggone chapel, I'm like a walking, talking church out here. You keep telling me that I'm inspirational, and then the people show up and they say so too. And that makes me feel more than blessed. It's more than favor. I told you guys recently, I've never heard anyone say that God apologized to them. So to have the Lord apologize to me is beyond amazing. To have people of all existences show up and say that I inspire them, I somehow make them happy, or they can see something in me. I just, it's a beautiful thing. It's something that I'm truly thankful to witness, because people don't have to tell me anything. They could just see me and keep it pushing. You know what I mean? So I stay crying because I'm thankful. I stay crying because I remember God's grace, because He doesn't have to. I stay active and vocal because our children need to know that there is someone out here looking out for them when bad mothers are doing their thing and bad fathers don't show up. Hold on, y'all.
538.
And can I get a wine, black and white, please, with this?
Plastic or wood tip?
Wood tip.
$7.81.
And I'll say that. 1 second. Yeah, Simpson. I never thought of it either.
Receipts?
Yes, please. Oops. Thank you. So, yeah, when he apologized, I told you I died last year. And he was kind of like, child, thank you very much. He was kind of like, "Child, what are you doing coming up through the back door? Listen, go. What are you doing here? What's happening?" And I started going off. I was like, "Do you know what's going on with our children? Have you seen how long they've been going through these terrible things? Why are you allowing this to happen to them?" And he was like, "What the hell you mean? Go back down there and let me see what you're seeing." And so I've been on this journey ever since to be God's eyes and ears. And yet there are days and moments like today when I'm like, bruh, are you sure that you're showing up for me? You giving me $1 a day isn't going to get me what I need in order to be able to keep these people or our children from being prey. I need more than that. And then I remember and recognize that there's an entire community of people here who are looking for a leader of sorts. Not someone to lead them into adulthood or teach them how to be a better person, but someone willing to put their body in full of bullets while they heal, while they become the scaffolding of the bridge that I need to bring generations together. There are Black people in this space from as young as 10 months old to in their 70s. They're all going through something, and yet, except for the littlest of us, they are all capable of something amazing. There's a gentleman here who's been on Access Television, another gentleman who has run a studio from the background. There is a white ally here who understands my goal as far as building a community, but uses cannabis as sustainable income in order to be able to bring children out and allow them to have the different experiences that myself and my children had growing up in the United States military. I recognize all of those things when others wouldn't. The Canaanites who run this place, well, they pretty much are just making sure or only care about making sure that they read the requirements for their audit. They will roll you out of here or roll you out your bed in the middle of the night. They don't give a damn about whether or not you've been fed. Spiritually or otherwise, there's very little nourishment. You understand? I mean, it's a fantastic thing, and it's basically just a bunch of ground up strawberries in this case, but yeah, an afternoon popsicle is an amazing thing. It's a little nostalgic. It takes you back to the time when you didn't know that an unconscious bias existed. When you were just a kid, and you were able to just be. Remembering that, make sure you show up in the world like that on Tuesday, and every day afterwards. Our children shouldn't have to work this hard to be children. And these babies are falling out and having temper tantrums every 15 minutes because as much as their parents are, they are also experiencing the worst shit in the world. And daily they are being wrenched from their parents' arms and put into a room full of people who don't give a shit about them, and they know it. Uh-oh, Sister Enate, you can have your Hulk today, baby. I ain't gonna talk smack about your little ice cream protein shake no more. Listen, I'm doing my damnedest to be healthy as I can out here, and that's really difficult. Y'all know how I feel about food. I've definitely been vocal enough that some changes have been made in this space, and I'm thankful for that. I feel like the one-woman cleanup crew pretty much everywhere I go recently. So I tell my youngsters all the time that young age, once it's gone, it's not. That's the beauty of being a black person, though. We don't really age as long as we continue to realize that age is just a number in the game. It's not the game itself. Age, time, is a concept of man. So it's all relative. Hold on. There's a call coming in. I don't know nobody in New Mexico, so I'm gonna let that go. Simply an increment, no different than a fraction, a mile, or an inch, a second. It's all relative. Relative. Ironically, it kind of takes relatives to either help you form that understanding or force you into adulthood well before you're ready. I remember being a chubby little black girl and not having a care in the world, picking blackberries out the vine in my godparents' backyard, playing with the poodles, waiting for the other daycare kids to come over so we could hang out. Hey, Von Eric, how's your spirit? Thank you for joining. We appreciate you. I can't tell you how many people recently have told me they love me in a heartfelt capacity. I told one gentleman at, I think it was lunch the other day, if one more person tells me they love me, I might lose it. I'm learning to come to appreciate it. In my mind, I feel like I should learn to anticipate it. Yet, after anticipation tends to come expectation. And after expectation is entitlement. And I'm entitled to no one's love. Unless you promise me that you're going to love me. You know what I mean? When you give birth to a child, you promise to love them. Hey, March Harris, how's your spirit? You say, where's my play? What do you mean? I continue to wait for my divine masculine to show up for me. Now, there's a... Oh, my... child, you probably waking up from a nap out there on one of the couches. He the cutest thing. He just show up, and now he show up and raises eyebrows at me. He calls me beautiful, tells me that he loves me, checks on me. It's an amazing thing. I appreciate it. We had a conversation about what love means, and it's super sweet. Another brother, super spiritual, an amazing understanding of what the Most High asks of us, especially as far as the Bible is concerned. He didn't just tell me he loved me. He knelt, and before he was done, he prostrated and laid prone in front of me. Now, y'all really hear me call myself a queen. But in that point, I felt like nothing less. I do know that I'm truly blessed, but yet, God's working a bit too slowly for me. I have manifested more patience in this last year than I truly care to speak on anymore. And yet, I continue to give my testimony and show up for other people. There's this other woman here. She's coming to understand that if she wants to be able to walk in the light, she needs to accept her native history. I can't tell her whether or not she's being catfished by someone because I truly don't know. However, if you have faith and this person has shown up for you, and despite the fact that you may not be in contact for this short amount of time, it's shorter than the last time. Hang on to that. If you find meaning in a song and it gives you the feeling that you belong to that person or your person, if it brings you thoughts of them, then do that. There's this song, forgive me, by India Ari, and it's titled Good Man. I've hated, not anymore, yet today, that is. But for the longest time, I hated my children's father. He's about the most abusive, narcissistic son of a bitch that you can get. To the point where all he ever cared about was whether his name lived on, not the embodiment of it or the person who was the representation of it. No, I hated that man. I love that song. Because that song is about your father going, for me, your father going off to war. If the sun comes up and I'm not home, be strong. Do your best to carry on. It goes on to say to tell them that their father was a good man. That thing. It's hard for me to lie to my children. So I didn't. I told my children to respect their father for what he did that was respectable. Respect the fact that every 4 years, he signed that contract so that you would have a roof over your head, clothes on your back, and something to eat consistently. Respect the fact that that meant that he had to go somewhere else and put his life on the line. Respect the fact that he came back. Despite the fact that there was really no love there. When we first met, he asked me once, he was like, "Do you love me?" I said, "Nah, but I like you a whole lot." I came to love him, which is why I know that I also came to hate him. Today, it's neither of those things. He doesn't exist to me. So that if he were dead or dying, I don't believe that it would matter. I'm going to go get my flag. I'm going to be there for my children. Yet, at this point, all four of us have witnessed his inability to truly be a man. I didn't ask him to be a great man. Today, you got to be a great man to stand next to me. We were friendly, Sister ENH. We had a whole lot of things in common. Video games, the 5% Nation. Mark, all of you. I think the only one who didn't say that wanted the ice cream might have been Golden Goddess. Or maybe golden goddess divine egg, but yeah, definitely. I'm telling you, get you a popsicle today. Get you something sweet and cool and get out of the way. Get yourself in the shade. Have a cool drink of lemonade. I loved the things about him that he allowed me to witness before we married, Sister Enage. I lie. That's not entirely true. Hold on. I loved the things about him that I witnessed before I got pregnant. I didn't recognize then that he was doing the same thing to me that Daniel did recently. He locked me in his room until he got me pregnant. And then once he got me pregnant, he became abusive. He was territorial. I didn't think anything of it because he wasn't really jealous, just territorial. And I say that to mean he made sure that I knew I was his, but he didn't fight for me. That's where jealousy is, that part. Listen, if y'all think I make this popsicle look good, just give me a contract. I'm popsicle people. That's a brand deal I can walk with all year round, I promise you. But anyway, I've taken my hits, I've taken my knocks. I've accepted my role in that, other people's as well, and I've accepted that other people can fail you all the time. And that's where the problem with humanity lies. People don't mind saying, I'm only human. Well, have you tried being anything else? I'm not saying you gotta be superhuman, just a better human. Someone who keeps their promises. Someone who respects all of humanity, not just the part that looks like you. Someone who sees the beauty in everything, not just the things that can make them money or they find funny. Someone who pours into people because in order to refill your cup, you have to empty it first. There's one little girl in here who continues to define herself as some type of reptilian, alien, demon being. I'm like, okay, baby, I'm gonna need you to go stay over there, though. Because what you need is someone to help you do that, and I don't have the capacity. Why? Because, child, this man almost fell off the back looking at me. Lord of mercy. Hey, me. Good girl. Y'all should see me, child. Every day I put on a different outfit. Sometimes, but I change a couple times a day, and they are just tripped out by it. I'm like, dude, it's hot and sweaty out here. You shouldn't want to be in the same thing. You're standing in your own funk. It's crazy. Listen. There's folks out here who'll fuck up a whole chapel, okay? There's folks out here who woo. I don't know how you got a baby in you. That's why God gave you more than one uterus to better your chances. I don't know. Janine shouldn't be talking about other people in this way, but you know. It's not that I don't have love for you, but I have plenty of love to give. I pour it out freely until you show me something crazy or clingy. Because if you're hanging on to me, I can't move forward. And I have a destiny to accomplish that involves a lot of people, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and most importantly, accuracy. I can be accurate with my aim. If you holding on to my elbow, you know what I'm saying? That was absolutely fantastic, y'all. I'm gonna walk back and put this in the trash because I just don't want to take it with me. I appreciate y'all being in this stream. Make sure you share it with your communities. You know, do all those things. If you're catching it on the replay, leave me a comment in the comment section. Listen, I'm gonna show y'all. Look, your girl's arms are getting serious. Do you see that? I carry my backpack everywhere I go with my speaker in it. I am getting swole out here. I'm putting on weight in all the right places, and folks are letting me know that they appreciate it. Hunty, so do I, child. I felt my behind shake the other day when I was walking. I was like, oh shit, that's me jingling back there. What the heck? Yeah, child. It came a long way. I done come a long way. Much love, Von Eric. Listen, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all real quick, just cause I feel good. Hey, about JP. Hold on, look. Check that out. Look, did you see that? That's a whole bicep out there, and it's a real one too. I got guns out here. Oh snap! I'll show y'all that backside, but you know. Y'all gonna have to stand in line. The same way I do. Y'all love me for me. I know Sister Enid is like, is this the first hour? Lord, listen, we gotta get it all in. It's Texas, it's hot out here, and I ain't trying to spend too long. I said it was a jaunt, not a journey to get me some. You are definitely correct, Juan Eric. I got him. Man. Woo. And some of them are focused. Some of them are focused and worthy of my attention, at least. I don't know if they're worried of my focused attention. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going to give it all my time. Yeah, buddy. I know we haven't. I'm going to have to make a special plan to get out and about somewhere where we can do a couple of hours. But yet, I am trying to do maybe more than one stream a day to make up for it. Because, I mean, tomorrow is Tuesday. It's a pretty girl day. I came to slay all day. All day. Child, them ice princesses in there is upset. The mean girls. Listen, sometimes I feel like it's the mean girls versus the clean girls. Believe me when I say the clean girls are winning. Men are sick. The men's are sick of smelling themselves. So what they don't want to do is smell your. You know what I'm saying. I cleaned shit off the toilet yesterday. That's how much I'm over it. I can, as I bear my shoulders, I can shoulder any burden. I can walk a mile in my shoes and somebody else's and still come back as me. Whole, happy, and carefree. I'm living my life like it's golden. And I'm thankful for every moment of it. I appreciate all of you who've been in my live stream. Golden Goddess, Sister Enid, Mark Harris, Von Eric, Sim Sima, If there's anybody that I missed, I do apologize. I appreciate y'all because y'all don't have to show up for me. I appreciate that you appreciate. I show up for you. I do these live streams now as much as it is to make sure that my story still gets down and out there, but also because I've met so many people who have a similar story. And like I said before, I'm here for those who can't, don't, or won't know how to move through the looking glass. So if that means I have to deal with some low-class individuals, people trying to steal my shine, people eliminating others because they don't know how to live as brothers, then that's what I have to do. I look forward to what I get to create. I look forward to... Here come one of my homies now, though. Listen, I flirt with everybody. Y'all know that I got a thing. I might be a little bit bad about it. You were adopted, Preppy? I can imagine at least my perception of what that might have done. I hope that you were created in a lab. What up, Cat Daddy? How you doing? God's children got some style out here. They be working it out, you know. But you were created in a lab. I mean, I'm the child of a Scientologist, so we all know what they believe. I don't doubt you. Yeah, Cat Daddy, Cat. Oh, listen, when I call the fellas pimping, everybody turn around. I'm gonna make me a t-shirt. I gotta figure out. I mean, listen, if you steal from me now, I already have my own LLC, so you're stealing my intellectual property. We can go to court about it. But yeah, I got a t-shirt I'm gonna make. It's Pimpin' P, but you know, y'all can determine what the P is until such time as I put it on a shirt. But I show up for our little sisters and brothers who have other mothers. I show up for the Asiatic man. Black, yellow, brown, somewhere in between.
Guess if we don't have cars now.
I show up for them because it's time for us to come together. The thing that the white man fears most is what happened today. A black woman communicating with an Asian woman and a black man and a white girl and a Mexican chick, a Puerto Rican and a Jew, and all of them seeing the light in me, willing to listen to me and trying to learn and live my message. That's some scary stuff. She said, ooh, second hour shirts. You know what, the sister Enage? That's what it's gonna be too. We gonna go show over to critically drinking and wear our second hour t-shirts. The first hour of drinking, that's on him. The second hour, that's on us. And it's gonna get a little bit rough, because you know me. I be trying to take it slow and easy, but I end up like Tina Turner. And we be getting it out here, y'all. Woo, child. To the government, to the feds in disguise, to the Scientologists, to the recorders, because you just record. Thank you for watching too. Thank you for sharing my message with all of the world and not even recognizing it. You copied me for so long, you built an algorithm around me, and that algorithm is peace. It's prosperity. It's positivity. Listen, March, I start trouble everywhere I go. I'm messy like that. I gotta help you clean up your act, and before I do that, I have to witness your dirty. So sometimes I gotta help you get dirty. Get in. I know. I'm so torn up now. Can't believe you lost me. Lost your best friend, your soulmate. I'm sorry. See, hush now, Von Eric, hush. Oh, Preppy Girl, thank you for being a new person to the chat. I hope you will subscribe to the channel, check out some of the previous live streams, and maybe you can get some understanding about who I am. And I'll do my best through chatting with you through time to time, getting an understanding of you. That's one thing that's different about my chat versus many others. I'm not just here for me. I'm not just here for Black mothers. I'm not here to be your mother. I am here to listen to you if necessary, to be your understanding, to answer your questions, to give you some wisdom, to help you hone in on who it is you're trying to be. Ciao! I did not know that there were this many healthy Black men in Tucson, baby. Y'all better stop playing with me. Mark Harris, I know you don't like that song, but I'm telling you right now, if that man don't show up before too long, I'm gonna make a hoe out my damn self. These men is going out here. Lord, they got nice behinds. They got nice clean shaves. Jesus, Pete. And body for days. Something I can wrap my hands around. Something I can stay warm with. Ooh. Listen, that song Father Stretch has come to the mind because the Lord is like, all right, Janine, you better get your act right. You damn that JP shit. Get back to what I said. Shout out to the spiritual fan. As long as you keep trying me, someone will continue dying. It may not be you. It may just be the people around you. But when you do dark things, you get dark consequences. That's not all there is to it. Dude, I managed to make this 15-minute walk last an hour. Well, you guys did, and I appreciate that. Hi, Mark Harris. Not you, too. Dude, you gonna go pee with me in a minute? Because I'm about to have something to drink and go pee. I mean, technically, we're getting, listen, instead of the hour, you just need to go by the quarter. So the first 15 minutes, I'm going to talk my shit. The second 15 minutes, I'm going to give you a message. And the third 15 minutes, I'm going to do something I ain't figured out yet. And in the last 15, oh, hunty, I'm going to be messy as I can. I got to give you a reason to go get that ice cream. You know what I mean? Right, Sister E-Nation, that's what I wanted to feel like. Even though we are separated by technology, I want us to feel like we're together, like we're a community. Walking down the street, holding hands. I don't know, do the Jane Brown dance. I don't know why I came up, but that's what came to my head. Leave me alone out here. I'm kind of strange, but you know. Practice it. It takes strange to recognize strange. And God's children all move differently. You know what I mean? We show up in the world different. Willing to do right by other people even when they don't do right to you. There goes that Aretha Franklin song. Because you know that they're just broken people. They've never been taught anything else. They don't know how to achieve anything. And certainly not their dreams. Some of y'all show up in my dreams. Some of y'all show up in the streams. Either way, it's a blessing to me. Right, Sister Inês. The idea that, like, you all stay in the chat and communicate with me like we're just sitting on the sofa having a cookie and milk. That's pretty cool. It's something, you're right, that not a lot of people can do, and I'm thankful for it. I'm even more thankful that I can do it in real time with real people. People that I've never met before. We can sit down and have a conversation about anything and find a way to laugh and smile and congregate, communicate. And what's that saying? Where two or more of you are gathered, the Lord is present. Right, only allies apply. Because friends, man, I keep having this debate with a gentleman about friendship. Um, because I made it very, very clear. Two things. One, when you approach me, you had better have decided what you want to do with me because I'm not out here to play games. And two, I'm not looking for my next ex. Oop, I said two, I'm not looking for my next ex. So either you are that person for me or you're just someone who's in my way. Now, like I said, pretty soon it ain't gonna matter because my body and I know I'm single and ready to mingle. So we gonna get on with the show out here. And if you don't show up, then you sure gonna see me show out and your feelings gonna get hurt. And by the way, I saw 55 just now. And y'all know I said 5 is my favorite number. Why? Because it's power. Listen, the earth as we know it, and this is perhaps what the men of the nation of God's and earth and the nation of Islam need to remember. The earth has been populated and pollinated by a host of seeds. There are a variety of beings and species out here. So, what makes you think I'm supposed to be with just one? Or you're entitled to anything other than the time and attention I'm willing to give you. Where two or more shall be, I am in the midst is the Bible verse. There you go. And there are certainly more than two up in here of God's children. Even though they try to pull us out as quickly as they can. They won't eliminate us. So they just want to separate us. That's not new. That's what they've always done. Thing is they're bringing us all together in order to get that dollar. So we're going to use that dollar to define them, to point out their errors, their wrongs, their deficiencies, shine a light on the shameful things that they have done so that we can move forward in our destiny, our journey. Perhaps one more time this week I'll win the lottery. We'll see. Because Lord knows when Peppermint said it, I was like, y'all don't even play the lottery. How I'm going to win? And sure shucks. I had $1 on me 2 days ago. I played the lottery. I won back my dollar. I played the lottery again yesterday. I won again. I'm hanging on to my dollar today. The day may come that I decide to play one more time. Well, I'm going to leave it in God's hands. She said, let me go play. You know, it might rub off. I don't know. I also came in second in my very first pool tournament ever. That was great. The gentleman who was third is coming up, but I'm not going to force him on camera. He's an amazing gentleman. There are a lot of amazing people here. And that's the thing. You never know why someone is in the situation that you find them in. So don't judge them. They're not judging you. They're simply getting through. What up? Everyone decides to get out and get an escape. Go somewhere and find their peace. Uh-oh! I see you, soul.
Come on, let's go.
The fellas are funny. They walk around all day inside, all the way buckled up, and then at some point they come out the shirts and they're like, "God dang, dim your arms." I always had this thing for being picked up. You want to just? I'm a faint. Ooh. I'm gonna start doing that. I don't remember who it was. There was one TV show where this lady would just fall out just cause all the time. I'm gonna do that. Every time she was being seen, she just faint away. But anyway, I don't have that option. I do have many others. So what I do is go into myself. I deal with my stuff, and then I come back out again. I don't stay as long as I used to. I don't get depressed, oppressed, or suppressed. I impress myself and others. And that's truly amazing. Something that I never thought would be. And I certainly never saw any of these things happening to me. Had the Lord laid it on me all at once, yeah, it would have been like the SmackDown in the WWE. What up, homie?
Just got back. You on the phone?
Yeah.
All right.
You getting out of here though?
Uh, yeah. I'm gonna go over here first.
Okay. So that's my cannabis friend. We talk about cannabis advocacy and what cannabis can do to move the needle in the medical field. Now, who thought I'd have that conversation in a place where they won't even let you smoke it? That's crazy, right? Right. They're on a journey with God even if they don't choose to go on it. God covers children in pools. And these folks, when they're going through it, they're still children in the wilderness of man. Or they foolishly follow the demon and they're trying to make their way out any way that they can. Either way, who are you to judge them when you're praying that the Father doesn't trust you? Know what I'm saying? We all need grace. You're right, Sister Inês. More than that, we all need compassion. We all need someone to come up with some spiritual passion. Make being one of God's children cute, attractive even. Make loving the Most High a fashion statement until everyone wants to wear a God is Great t-shirt rather than a Grateful Dead one. Greedy gremlin is strained. Listen, as soon as I can, I'm telling you, once I secure the funding and the housing, I'm gonna stand across the street. I'm gonna have a barbecue and smoke a blunt. Anyway, right now I'm gonna get inside and get myself together. See if I want to have a snack or go somewhere and sit. Thank you, Sister Enos. That might be why I'm missing some teeth. I can whistle better and I can get more out at one time. Anyway, I told y'all this is the most toothless place I've ever been. It doesn't even bother me no more, you know. But I'm gonna go ahead and get inside and do the right thing. I gotta take these headphones off in my live stream and go through a metal detector, which is strange. But anyway, you know, they say it ain't prison, but you can't open your own door in the middle of the day. I will, Sister Enich, I have to turn it back on. So I have to, when you do a live stream from your phone, it almost automatically makes it private. So as soon as I get done going through what I got to, I will make sure I get it reposted. It shouldn't take but like maybe 5-10 minutes at the most. Anyway, y'all keep your spirit up. I'll see you in the streams. I love you. God does too. Peace.